So, a bunch of studios collapsing right now is not the tragedy people keep trying to sell it as. Not because I'm happy people lost jobs, I'm not, that does suck. But because the direction the industry's been drifting in, constant lecture first, gameplay second mindset, the corporate checkbox culture, the hire the message, not the maker. Yeah, that era deserves to die. And before someone clips me out of context like it's their full-time job, this isn't I hate diversity. This is I hate mediocrity wearing a moral badge and calling itself untouchable. Let's talk about what we can actually prove. The layoffs and shutdowns keep coming. Microsoft did that huge Xbox restructuring, Perfect Dark cancelled, Everwild cancelled, and the initiative shut down. We've seen more fallout around the cancellation, people on the project talking about how far along it was, and how brutal the rug pull felt. Avalanche, the Just Cause devs, closed its Liverpool studio and laid off staff. Funcom, yes, the Dune Awakening people announced layoffs and shut down the Outsiders. Crytek put Crysis 4 on hold and cut about 15% of staff. Crystal Dynamics did yet another round of layoffs in 2025, nearly 30 people while trying to optimize Tomb Raider development. And that's just a sample of what got publicly reported. Even the broader tracking people's site shows 2025 still got ugly. Amir Satvat's December forecast update had 2025 projected around 9,175 layoffs. So no, it's not once you had a bad week, it's the industry correcting hard. Here's what I think happened, and you can disagree with me, but you can't pretend it's crazy. For years, the industry got addicted to big budgets, bigger marketing, and safe corporate thinking. Make it mass appeal, make it brand safe, make it trend friendly, make it a live service, make it a statement. And somewhere in that mess, a bunch of teams stopped asking the only question that matters. Is this fun? Not is it approved? Not is it compliant? Not does it check every internal initiative? Fun. When the money got tighter, the market got harsher, and players got pickier. That fluff got exposed fast because the audience doesn't buy intentions, they buy results. Now, let's touch the landmine. DEI. How fun. Here's the honest take. Diversity is not the enemy, representation isn't automatically a problem, and hiring people from different backgrounds doesn't magically make a game worse. But corporate DEI as a religion can absolutely rot a studio if it becomes quota-brained hiring instead of skill-based hiring, HR politics replacing creative leadership. You can't criticize this culture. Using inclusion as a shield against this mechanic sucks, and we know companies have at times made big DEI org changes, like when Microsoft reportedly shut down a DEI-focused team in 2024 citing changing business needs. So when gamers say, I want merit-based hiring back, what they usually mean is stop hiring for optics, stop promoting for politics, stop building games like their internal training modules, and honestly, that's not some evil demand, that's just bloody normal. Let me separate two things that people keep mashing together. A, this game has diverse characters. Cool, normal, whatever. And B, this studio or dev acts like the customer is the enemy. That's the poison. You know the type. If players don't like something, they're problematic. If sales flop, it's review bombing, and the audience is toxic. If criticism happens, it's harassment, even when it's literally just this writing is cringe. And the end result is always the same. They stop making games for players, they start making games for Twitter applause and internal Slack claps. And when the game underperforms, reality hits. Budgets get cut. Projects get cancelled. Studios get closed. Not because DEI failed, but because the product didn't justify the cost. That's the part some people don't want to admit. So when I say go back to merit, I don't mean hire clones. I mean this. Hire the people who can ship, hire the people who can prove they can build systems, polish gameplay, hit deadlines, solve problems, and take criticism without melting down. Merit-based looks like portfolio first, not ideology first. Prototype culture, prove the fun early. Leaders who can say no. Writing teams that understand subtlety and character, not speeches. QA that's empowered to say this sucks before launch. And most importantly, stop treating the player like a student. They're not here for a lecture, they're here to have a good time after work or school. Again, jobs being lost is awful. I'm not celebrating that. But I am saying the industry clearing out bad incentives is healthy. When companies are forced to choose, They stop funding vanity projects that exist mainly to impress other executives. They stop greenlighting stuff that's basically a corporate mood board with a $200 million price tag. They stop pretending messaging can carry a mediocre game. And what survives? The studio that respects the audience, prioritizes gameplay, don't need moral armor to defend bad design, hire for competence, and ship good games. That's the healing. Not everyone agrees with me politically, just the product matters again. If you want this shift to stick, it's simple. Stop pre-ordering because the trailer had a cool song. Wait for reviews. Real ones, not marketing. Reward studios that deliver. Don't buy games out of guilt. Don't buy games because you support the message. Buy it because it's good. Because in the end, the loudest vote isn't a hashtag, it's your wallet. So yeah, so long to the era where being the right kind of person mattered more than making the right kind of game. If you're a dev who just wants to build amazing stuff, I want you to win. Seriously. If you're a studio that thinks fun is optional and the customer should be scolded, good luck. The market is waking up. Drop a comment, do you think the industry is correcting or collapsing? And what's one game you think proves merit beats messaging every time? Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.